Now, I get asked by you guys all the time, hey, what are you using to organize your EDC gear or survival kits? And, I know that is a big part of being into, let's get real, not only this hobby, but this experience of, tactical gear, EDC gear, survival kits, all of that is you got to organize that well. And so I wanted to share with you guys not only a few new gear items that are inside, but a new series from LOCKBY of not only tool rolls, but also organizer kits. They recently came onto the scene with some really high quality stuff. I was seeing what they were doing, and then they reached out to me and they said, hey, can we just, send you a couple samples? I was like, sure. And I've actually used this most of this summer as my EDC kit. And so we're going to unroll this guy first, and then we're also going to take a look at one other organizer and whether or not that really makes sense. I can't do this one-handed, so I'm going to put you guys down. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Aaron. This is Gideonstactical. Always breaking down gear and equipment for you guys, showing you pros, cons, so you can make wise choices. That's why I started the channel over 12 years ago, which is freaking wild. So it's a tool roll, right? I mean, that's what the whole purpose is. I like the idea because it just rolls out. There's no like zippers and a bunch of stuff you got to manhandle. I mean, you got to use two hands, obviously, because I couldn't do that one-handed. And we can see here, I love this honeycomb, like ripstop nylon that they're using right there. Really well stitched material all the way around. And this has like two, folds right there to keep everything in place, keep it from flying out. Organizer, some pockets. So some of these items are tried and true, and some of them are newer. But what I like about this setup is obviously the durability, like the quality of the material and everything. Good stitching. That's like quad stitch, it almost looks like. And I do want to park here for just a moment on the cloth material that was chosen, because it is definitely different than other organizer companies we're familiar with, like Maxpedition, VanQuest, 511, which use usually some sort of either Cordura or like ripstop nylon. What was chosen with this company, the exterior is waxed canvas. So it definitely has a water-resistant capability, a durability feel, and just kind of an old-school texture that we normally don't see from other organizing companies out there right now. So they say the word like old school charm. It definitely has some vibes of that with the design. And these two designs that we're looking at today are just a few. They do have a few other ones, including like a journal kit and some other ones like that you could also explore. And throughout the video, I'll have links to not only their website, but also Amazon that sells these as well. You get 4 different attachments here that you can do: pens, Sharpies, different things like that. But I also could run in my Knipex. If you guys do not have one of these yet, what are you doing? I talk about these constantly, these Cobra Knipex pliers. These I think are the best around. I like this size too. It's kind of, it's not so small. The handle is insulated. They have an uninsulated version as well, but that I probably do 90% of my plier work with that right there. And then you guys know what's up. We got to do the Work Pro right there. And I'll have links not only to the LOCKBY, but to all the other stuff I'm running in the description box below, over to my Amazon store, as well as my other affiliates. So that's really nice right there, depending on how you would organize and what type of tools or equipment you're, organizing. I think I showed that nice stuff pocket back in there. Dump stuff in there. Now, these two bands right here are like the widest. So I was able to get my rebar. Tried and true, baby. Haven't seen this one in a while, have we? Let's see if it... there it is. Got to, again, just holding the DJI while I do this. The rebar, right? Got to have a multi-tool in there. You could get a wave. You could get those type of multi-tools, which is nice to fit in there. The one drop that, well, actually there's two. I would love the Super Tool and rebar even more, to be honest with you, if they had a dedicated pocket clip that you could attach like many of the other ones. And I don't think you can. I know they got a D-ring, but that and a pair of scissors. I used to like about scissors, but nowadays I see the value in them, especially as I've started fishing more. Scissors are really nice to have. Now, a night eye is a gear tie. Excellent. You can do so many things with that. That will fit in there behind. And you can actually use this even to like mount to flashlights and things and make them like hands-free and make them like a lantern, aim them, stuff like that. I have that right behind my night eyes. What is this? The gear band for flashlights. This will fit a lot of different flashlights and then make them hands-free, which is cool. And it's just a lot slimmer. And these two combined is just a slimmer profile than a headlamp, but it still gives you hands-free. Then behind that, I got all kinds of stuff. Got like the Gear Aid, gear tape for different jackets. I've got, butt wipes. I've got my universal right in the rain notepad. Got a deodorant wipe right there. Boom. You got to take care of yourself. You got to be cleanly, right? You don't want to be gnarly. Even though I've landed the woman of my dreams, I still got to, not be an animal around her. Let's see here. Yeah. So then this one, man, I bought another one of these guys, the Nightcore MTA2 up to 1,000 lumens, AA, or the integrated. You can remove it, but the rechargeable battery. Love this thing. You can put it on the bill of your hat. Lightweight, good texture. So multi or bi fuel basically, and like $45 I think for that thing. So like combined, like, I don't know, $50, something like that. Now this is new and I believe it's exclusive to the Worksharp, website. And I love Worksharp. They're one of my go-tos, have been, always will be. I have other companies that I use sometimes too, depending on the scenario. But this one, I like that it has a pocket clip and how slim it is. And let's see if I can do that. This might be tough to do. Hold on, I'm going to put you guys down. Let's see here. There it is. Okay. Yeah. So you got this little area right there. Boom. And then you got a ceramic, and then you got a diamond, and then the angled ramps if you want. I never use the ramps really. I don't really use them, but great for like compact fixed blades or pocket knives. Now you can do bigger stuff, but it kind of becomes a little tricky. I like it for portability. And can definitely hone stuff. If you have like a really marred up blade, I would rather have the field sharpener. That one can do a lot more, and can do more tools as well. But you can see it fits in like the same, size as a flashlight, a AA thickness flashlight. Then back in there, I got, let's take a look. Electrolytes, an instant coffee, duct tape around a card, and then an emergency, in case I start feeling a little bit under the weather. So that'll tuck in behind there. Now what's cool, and YKK zipper on this guy, you open that up, and I've talked about this many times, but I've fixed my furnace this last winter purely with this setup right here. It's a Klein's tool ratchet, so it's a little tiny ratchet. You're not going to get massive torque, but the nice thing is it can get into places, and you can put Phillips or flathead bits, and then I have a standard as well as metric Nico ratchet set. I fixed my whole furnace with that. Took it all apart, put it all back together, did all of it. That's all I needed, baby. Boom. And it would do the majority of the stuff on my truck. I wouldn't be able to like change the oil with it or like swap out differential fluid. But like if a clamp was messed up or, have something got loose, whatever underneath the hood and I needed to tighten it down, that set could easily, help me hopefully get on the road, and get home if necessary. So I run it as well. I've been doing this little, what is this? This is Civivi Torx screw setup. It fits on your key ring, but I've just carried it in there. I've got so much crap on my key ring already. I'm trying to dial that back. It has a T6 and T8, which is like 80 to 90% of all pocket knife, related stuff is right there with that. I think I could fit that. Yeah, I think that fits on my ratchet as well. And then a Bic lighter. Because this is more like an EDC kit. This isn't like my survival kit with like 50, fire steels and all the rest type of stuff. And then the AA's fit in there. That I use as backup in case the battery dies on that thing. So pretty sick setup, really well built. And, just makes it really easy for me to just, and everything's right there in front of me. I don't have to like dig a bunch to get to the main tools that I use and that have been reliable. A lot of videos, and we're about to jump back and head home, and I'll show you that other, as the screen dies, the other organizer. But sometimes it's good to see consistency. It's fine, and part of the business that I'm in is showing you new gear and products, but it's also good, like a lot of the stuff you just saw there, to see mostly tried and true stuff that like consistently is working and consistently stays true and holds up well, so that it's not just like, here's a new thing, here's a new thing, here's a new thing, here's a new thing, but we don't know the consistent reliability. I mean, it's a balance that any gear reviewer like myself has to do. But yeah, just want to show you guys some tried and true stuff, and as well as this new LOCKBY organizer tool roll. Let's take a look at that other one. And there it is up against the tool roll, just so you can kind of see dimensionally. There no attachments on the back, but you do get like a grab handle and some plastic polymer D-rings, YKK zippers again. Now I'm gonna have to try and do this one-handed. On one side, this is the more organized pocket. You open it up, and it does have a couple dividers, a couple little stuff pockets in there. I can get like a bunch of medical supplies in there, and I have like my headphones and things like that. But a lot of the space is taken up by this divider, which is, I'm gonna see if I can do this here on the other side. So there we go. So on the other side, you have these two thick bands and then these little ones, which again are kind of like better for either a few long tools or like, you know, pens, pencils, and like paintbrushes, things like that. So it's kind of, to me, I tried like 6 ways a Sunday to get it to organize the way I want for my gear, and it just didn't quite work for me. Maybe some of you are gonna be like, whoa, that's exactly, you know, what I'm looking for. So the layout on this one is kind of tough, and I don't really see a lot of use, just being honest. This one definitely has a lot of value to it. So there you have it, guys. I like the build quality of like the heavy canvas YKK zippers, you know, that the designs come with, and I really like the tool roll and some of the added little features you don't always get with other tool rolls. And I really am curious to see where they go, because this has kind of a niche that we don't always see with like 511, Maxpedition, you know, VanQuest, which do excellent work. And I want to know from you guys, do you like, you know, tool rolls and that idea, or do you prefer something with like zippers, you know, from those other companies I listed that just have more organization and you maybe hold your stuff better? I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on where you tend to lean for your organizing of gear. But appreciate you guys spending time with me today. I hope it's been fun and entertaining and giving you the data you need about this company LOCKBY and whether or not some of their designs are worth pursuing or not. Check out the other videos, subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, always remember to stay equipped, stay prepared, and I'll see you out there.